Hi, everyone. I'm pre-recording this, as you might have seen on the schedule. I'm aLex and I'm here doing the meditation, mini movement and meditation a bit early as I'm at a family event. I'm in horse country. Lots of horse things around here. I'm speaking a little quietly as it's 11 at night, Saturday. So thanks for being here. Lately, I've been investigating the theme of poison as medicine, a term from Buddhism, but I intend to give it some more study, but I'm in books, but I'm just observing it in myself of how I meet things that are difficult, that I either meet them with clenching fists, with tightness in my body, with resistance, with grabbing too much. So But I've been drawn as I'm thinking about that, I've been drawn to take as we talked about last week, I talked about last week, the prior step of cultivating being the space that can have the capacity to feel that, to observe it, to begin just to learn from it, to relate with it in a new way. So in that spirit, I'm going to share today um, David Whyte's poem, Start Close In. I've shared this before, and it's always good to hear again. Start close in. Oh, and by the way, while I read this, settle, arrive. I'm on a squeaky seat. Settle, arrive. Find yourself more and more fully here. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in, the step you don't want to take. Start with the ground you know, the pale ground beneath your feet, your own way to begin the conversation. Start with your own question. Give up on other people's questions. Don't let them smother something simple. To hear another's voice, follow your own voice. Wait until it becomes an intimate, private ear that can then really listen to another. Don't follow someone else's heroics. Be humble and focused. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in, the step you don't want to take. So let's let ourselves more and more, as we take in those words, to start right here. And I'd like to come back to this now mini movement piece as we've cut out this time for ourselves, for this practice, this precious, precious time together. Fully listen to your own voice. Be the ear that feels the touch of the mixing senses, and this is not a bad thing. Feel yourself give your weight to the ground. This is something I've discovered, that for long drives, if I pay attention to how I can give my weight to the seat below me, and with all of me, all of the different parts, and it feels like you might just crumble and become a puddle downward, but sort of with the integrity of your body, but just down, with the integrity of the uprightness, the releasing downward, and beginning to sense breath. And very naturally, there will be a levity that allows us to be upright as well. But with whatever can flow downward, flow downward. And begin to notice breathing and let the space be there for that. And perhaps noticing that the quality of mind is shifting already. And so this is the mini movement, very, very mini movement. Probably um, more of a letting go, an opening, letting go. But in a sense, it's a movement. Very subtle, but a movement. And the breath is alive. So we get very, very still. It's almost as if we go out of time into the ever present moment. And we start close in, and that this presence that we feel, even though there are different textures, sensations, perceptions of I'm hearing traffic in the distance, for example. I'm sensing some of a little bit of achiness in the body. But there's a widening also that is a field, a boundless field that is that prior, is that first step, going back to what's prior, that can entertain all of what comes through. And so with this, I'm going to segue us right into about an 8-minute meditation. So perhaps shift a little bit without losing this close-inness that we've cultivated. Just to set your meditation position upright allows for a certain alertness to be here along with the relaxedness. But if you need to be reclining, sitting with your back against the chair, please indulge what works for you for this practice. And you may find as we are still and simply resting as that presence awareness, we name things as they come or we have reactions to them, and let that be those second and third steps that come, but always with the awareness of the first step, close in. And so the boundless field of awareness and the comings and goings coexist. And for some reason, I sense teachers have said this, but I feel like we need to verify for ourselves. But it's as if the comings and goings arise from the boundless awareness, and they may have some temporal life, short or long, whatever flavors and textures and dramas, and then they recede back into that boundless awareness. And the contiguity is perhaps palpable. A common arising is a judgment, self judgment, a judgment of the process, of our adeptness or non adeptness, which may be seen like one of the poisons. Or perhaps that can be a doorway to medicine, be a medicine. As we hold that lightly within this field, in that first step, and again, giving ourselves to gravity and allowing the complement of buoyancy. A couple more breaths together. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to join me and taking the time to do this practice together for yourself and for the ripples out. The poem again, let me look at that again, especially that paragraph stanza: to hear another's voice, follow your own voice. Wait until it becomes an intimate, private ear that can really listen to another. As if what we do here together is to really feel that quality of listening that is our own field, to listen for ourselves, but also to truly be able to listen to another and to any other that comes in, that's a part of us, that comes from inside or from outside, that is a reaction or a habit, and the joys as well, the good things as well, to fully live those. My teacher, Russell Delman, says that this way of witnessing, of being with what arises, it helps to untangle the knots that are in us, but the things that are life-giving and joyous, it helps to highlight them for us. Thanks for joining me on this Valkyrie's Haven horse farm in Kentucky late at night, and enjoy your week, and I'll see you next week, the October 26th, maybe 7th, Sunday, 2024. Check out our website, sunandmoonstudio.com, for our many offerings. Ciao, ciao.